just that week because of Clan Wars. So get your battles going, get your game on. Don't miss a shell, and keep it tuned here.
Yeah, Damage did a heck of a job putting that event together. Some different things with the point system. The entire concept is, in my opinion, hasn't been done.
Mm-hmm.
So kudos to him. He did an excellent job putting that together. I believe there's 64 teams. Is that correct?
There's something like that. There's a lot.
Close to 64. I thought someone mentioned 64. I believe that's what it was.
Here, I can take a look.
Or close to it.
I know there was 215 matches done between Saturday and Sunday. So that's a lot of data that gets manually inputted in. I was even helping it out earlier today.
A lot of number crunching.
Yep.
Amazing how 3 hours goes by so quick.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Long time no hear, Leech.
How you doing?
Doing great.
Good to know.
1 minute till tanks start getting picked.
Yep.
There's Scorpion Chick, and one of the rare breeds of female comp players. They're starting to come more and more out. It's definitely interesting. I know Nightmare has two. NFTG has Miss Little Ray of Sunshine. Of course, Scorpion Chick for BK. Didn't DP pick up one also? They have Vanilla Oprah?
Well, DP's always had Josh.
Oh my God. There's the stab.
Oh.
And Josh, just to make you feel any better, that wasn't even behind your back, man. That was that's like right, right there in your face.
I'll say this type of stuff right to his face. That's one thing. He can take it. VO, I believe they've got VO still, do they not?
I thought so.
Yeah, I believe they do.
And then, yeah, Nightmare has Lonky and the other one. I forgot her name. So I'm super excited to see all that. Leech, you want to go down BK, and I'll go down 12 pens when they come out, and then we can rotate out.
Looks like BK is going to start off with an E4, couple bat chats, a trio of IS7s, and a PZK PFW 7.
I think that had to be because
a lot of firepower, a lot of armor.
Yeah, interesting. Maybe that's a pick that he didn't have, like a chieftain or something like that. I don't know. Interesting pick. 12 hands are rolling out here. Pair of bat chats. Valkyrie Cruiser, welcome to the show. Don't mind us. We know. Come on in. Walk down the aisle. It's like at a comedy show. I'll make fun of you. No problems. So, pair of bat chats, IS7, doubling up on the E5s and doubling their money on the chieftains. BK definitely pushing the limits.
I will deal with that.
They certainly don't have a lot of mobility.
I'm trying to get my buddy in here. I know he wants to join in Nightmare, but big shout out to Bill friggin' Murray. Welcome to World of Tanks Competitive. And no, that is his. That's his gamer tag. Is Bill Flippin' Murray. So and it's not. Well, it's. I have to remember how it. Any which way, that's the way it's initialed. I don't know how many of you zombie land lovers are out there.
Oh, okay. I knew I got the reference. I just don't know which movie. So they're pushing. BK is going to push
It's a gamble.
down the 1-2 line.
Huge gamble here. Why do people
I
knock
think
over
Don's
trees?
going to see this.
You know what Leach used to yell at me, and what he would do to us if we knocked over a tree during practice or in a scrim?
That's pretty bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when it stopped
say
being
that.
fun.
But knocking over a tree, if there's no already involved, what does knocking a tree over
You can
at the
see it.
beginning of a match really matter?
Yeah, BK's sort of done a blind push here, coming down the right side of the map.
This is super
IS-7s
dangerous,
are
man.
spotted. Donk definitely spotted some of these guys. Let's see if 12th Panzer can capitalize on this. Batchat's going to start retreating.
Shackby and Dunk hauling butt. And of course, these guys probably down here are screaming that they're spotted, and they spot up Freelancer, giving them the eyeball. He apparently does not have
Both of them are
the
spotted.
crazy crew of Smokey Joe and also Murphy Mauler, where they can park out in the open in the middle of a field and spot everybody and not get spotted.
I was still amazed by that, where he just parked where he did in the middle of the map.
And the only way
We're talking.
yeah, and you missed that, Leach. He literally parked in the middle of E6 and was spotting everybody as
Yep.
they passed, and never got lit.
The hacker.
I have never seen a bat chat
Yep.
with so much. And then Smokey Joe was the same thing. He was a half a grid away from a guy, and he didn't even sixth sense him. It was pretty insane. So some crazy crews out on those bat chats.
So
Okay.
12th Panzer pushed up and created a wall, kind of like how Panda did, and just either cap it out or wait for the push to push on it. There's no way this E4 and Panzer 7 is going to make it back in time.
I'd like to see the Batchats of BK flank to the north, which looks like they might try to do. No, they're going to come right back up the middle.
Oh man. Yeah, I would have liked them
Focus
to come
fire will
back
be the
out.
key here to this victory.
Yes.
Yeah, they need to flank around to the north and get alongside those guys, not go pushing right in.
Yeah. Here
They
comes,
do have the attention of most tanks here. Big shots being fired on free. Down goes free.
Oh.
3 shots and he's
Freelance got annihilated.
that was kind of a waste of a bat chat if they would have came off that north
Grudge.
flank.
Grudge just get melted in the circle here. He goes down real quick. The IS-7's pulling up for their shots. Not a lot of gun depression with those tanks, though, so they're going to have some trouble trying to get those
What
guys
is
down low.
Catman doing? He's going in full tilt. His E4 is holding back just a little bit. He did fire and miss. Catman Jesse now in big trouble. Marine goes down.
They've evened it up. BK has.
Oh, and I am great. What are you doing? Oh, he completely misses it.
Now he's going to be left alone by himself down there with an IS-7 and a Chieftain. He's going to get melted real fast.
White Knight
Still,
going to donkey instead of big roll.
He needs to look at vapors. He needs to shoot vapors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
still
Oh,
looking
to
okay,
the
though.
track.
They just got to start
Hit the
focusing on
track.
that E5, and they might be sitting okay. They've got to get that tank quick.
Shaq now can
Big roll.
the ammo rack.
Lining up
can,
a shot.
Can they hit the ammo rack? Oh, they don't need to. Look at this.
The 12th Panzer just landing more shots, focusing out tanks faster, better positioning.
Yep.
BK had a long way to
Well-
go, coming all the way across the map there. They knew which way they were coming
12
from.
Panzer had that in the bag, and then they almost lost it. They almost,
Well,
Almost
for me,
lost it,
that's
but they pulled it
sort of the
back.
risk you take when you sit on the cap and you're down low and you give the team the high ground, give your opponent
Mm-hmm.
the high ground. I think it would have been a slightly different outcome if BK would have flanked with their batchats, drawn the attention away from the heavies coming across the center of the map, where 12th Panzer knew they were coming from. They knew they were over there. They knew they were coming. At least the Batch Hats could have been undetected, flanked around the north, had some flanking shots, really punished the heavies sitting on the flag, and then gave more of an opportunity for their heavies that were coming across the middle and had the high ground. I mean, they, like you mentioned, though, they had that wall, but still, it seemed like they just sort of rushed straight in. The focus fire of 12th Panzer wasn't quite on point in the beginning, and that's why it started to look a little more in favor of BK. But the way BK attacked, I think they would have just flanked. It could have been a better outcome. Utilize the speed of your mediums. That's the key to victory when you're rolling with slow alpha tanks.
Let's just get really fast. Let me just go down this damage here really fast. Freelancer coming in at 327. Grudgebringer 1992. Big roll 2216. I am great only landing 961. Rubber Ambler 1000. Gatman coming in with the only 836, but King Donkey coming in with 2 kills 3159, and he went 997. Not bad. Not bad.
TK Ninja and his Chieftain with 4875 with 4 kills. GG.
Yeah. Flinging him down, and his spreads is really good also. 16, 15, 14. Great job on that one. Vapors coming in with 35, 86, 10, 10, 7. Then Rogue coming in with his E5, 12, 12, 6. Ouch. Shaq B with his Bad Chat, 10, 6, 6 with 2305. And then White Knight, 1624. Donk, I'm not able to get a whole lot going in Marine, coming out with 814. Sides are switched. The teams are on the clock to pick. The Immortals, Panda played, they deselected a tank really fast to apparently adjust something. They were actually over the clock limit when they did it. And they got launched. They didn't pick it in time. So Panda did go against ODB with a tank down on Berlin. So that was a really good fight.
Yeah, did you catch any of the Panda game at all, Leech? Or are you just not?
No, I was out. I was out and about. Is ODB a new clan or is that just a new name?
A new name, I believe.
Who was the former team?
I think ODB is the
Of who?
second team of SKB.
Yeah.
ODB,
No, they're their own team.
Okay.
Yes, SKB
They
used
split
to
off
be a
from
second
SKB.
team, and then they split off, but they kept SKB too. But then they just finally changed the name to ODB.
So ODB used to be SKB too?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the match like that just happened with the Panda ODB matches. But again, like you said, rather than being caught in the cap, just as ODB was pushing on while the Panda was doing the cap pressure, they took all 3 of their bat chats off and just pushed right into them and caught them out. So just as you said, rather than being caught in the low ground, they pulled off the cap just in time, and it became that wipeout.
Yeah, you still with that positioning or that posture can dictate where your opponent has to fight from. If you're blocking the cap and you know where they're coming from, you can set up accordingly. The only thing I didn't see from 12th Panzer was it didn't look like they were prepared to defend a flank. That never happened.
Exactly.
Which could have been the difference maker. But yeah, generally on most maps, with the exception of a few, which there's no point to mention, but most of the time you want the high ground. I mean, everyone always says you want the high ground, regardless if it's tanks or whatever else you want to play. You want the high ground.
I don't
better
ever want
position.
to push like they're on that steps. I like the second tier. You have the high ground where your bat chats are playing, and you just have, and it's not that high of a. You're actually level with the battlefield, except for you just have the hills to your right to protect you on that north side. Yeah, I don't like going all the way down because it's an uphill battle, literally.
On this map especially, going back to playing standard, where most of the fighting happened on the 789.
Yeah.
And when people would take their forces, or where teams would move down those 3 lines and take the bottom, which is the 9-0, you're fighting uphill. You lose momentum. You lose the ability to use speed and the surprise attack. There's very little flanking involved. I mean, you're kind of caught in one spot. You're stacking the deck. You're stacking the deck against yourself for sure.
Well, BK right now pulled out a Sheridan, so we're gonna see they run their light tank. They run a bat chat with it, a couple of IS-7s, an E5, and duo of Chief.
Thank you for the follow, Grudgebringer. Leech, you want to go down the 12-pan side?
Okay, we got a pair of bat chats, IS-7, a couple E5s, and a pair of chieftains.
This is the first time I've gotten it. Well, second time. Second time I've seen a Sheridan played. First time was in that very, very dirty spot.
The spot that we
on Mountain Pass.
Yep, and we're not going to discuss that spot on stream because we don't want everybody and their brother going to that spot to exploit it.
No, I'm not gonna say who it was, but yeah, I didn't know it was possible.
And then, yeah, the Sheridan's interesting. Is he running the big can or the little one? He's running the little one.
Little one. Yeah, he's running the little one.
It looks like BK is going to take their forces towards the flag.
He disconnected because he's not moving.
WNF is not responsible for you losing connection to Xbox or to World of Tanks. So if you die in the middle of this because you DC, the game still goes on.
He just moved now. Okay.
You had to get a drink.
I love
Sheridan
that little
down the left side.
disclaimer. Great disclaimer. Great timing on that, Hills.
So he's just going to be the eyes for the left side, I believe. That's just going to post up there.
You just wanted
Yeah, World of Tanks does not run off the same type server as, say, Call of Duty does, where the host is in charge, or basically runs off their connection. It runs off its server, or World of Tanks servers, in your connection.
Yeah, that's why it's that's why World of Tanks is unmoddable. Because with Call of Duty, you tell where you are, the server. World of Tanks, they tell you where you are positioned on the map. So
I am Deadpool and Donk playing the game. Who's going to spot who first?
Mutual. Oh, and he rolls. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, nice barrel roll.
Zach B coming up behind Donk here, chasing down the Sheridan. Donk fires a shot. Donk's into the ground. No pun intended.
Deadpool doing a decent job of juking. But yet again, oh, there's a pin.
Well, he bounces the shot. So out of all 5 shots, he missed 3, bounced 1, and only hit 1. That is not a good clip.
Oh, I mean, a bat chat on
Over
the
on
move.
Oh, yeah.
The main front here, down by the circle, looks like King Donkey and Rovember, something like that, I believe.
Rove Rambler.
Road Rambler?
Rove Rambler, yep.
Rove Rambler stacking up. I Am Great's going to slide in behind the IS-7.
Yeah, man's pretty far back there, but he's properly stacked. I mean, got a little hill, a little berm. That's a perfect little parking spot for an IS-7, other than you'd be firing at people on the hill. Now he moves up. He has shots on White Knight.
I'd like to see Scorpion Chick move up here and put some more pressure on these the IS-7 and the Chieftain of 12th Panzer.
TK and Vapors.
Scorpion,
putting rounds into the bat chat and the Sheridan.
Oh, Scorpion now just got spotted.
Interesting. I thought Scorpion Chick would have had shots into Silence Rogue. And also into House. Interesting play. Here
Looks
comes
like
Donk.
Donk and Sack B.
Oh no,
yeah,
they run into each other.
Runs into him. Zach B's winding up here for a pass. Gets tracked, stuck on the hill. Donk's coming down the hill now. See if he's going to swing by here for some shots on these IS-7s down low. 2 misses.
3.
They keep missing them.
Here comes the Sheridan.
Finally land a shot on him.
Bat Chat's
Just
gonna
sort
take
of-
out Donk.
Zach
Oh.
B coming in behind as well. Looks like he's going to take
Oh,
out the
that's a nice
Sheridan here
dodge.
real quick. Down goes the Sheridan.
Same time, Silence Rogue was pushed up, but now his attention was now taken by Gatman and King Donkey. All their turrets facing that way. Freelancer on reload is getting punished.
Ooh, nice snapshot by Scorpion Chick.
Now Shaq B will not get reloaded by the time Freelancer, because Freelancer will be reloaded. So he needs to pull him back.
That's what he's doing.
BK's got great positioning here on these 2 E5s of 12 Panzer. All they need to do is just push
Ooh.
in.
Good shot by Scorpion Chick. She goes down.
Donk is reloaded. Who's going to kill each other first? Freelancer takes Donk.
Oh. One dodge.
Shaq B takes his time to line it up, but takes a shot from the side.
Ooh, big bounce. Big bounce. Front end of King Donkey's IS-7. There he takes a hit. Not a good spot for an
Roving
IS-7.
Rambler could.
Definitely
A
showing
Roving
a lot
Rambler
of that
should
lower
have
plate.
permatracked him.
Oh, Rover is in deep trouble. Shaq B's got to probably take him down. Nope. Round actually goes high and bounces off Gatman, who gets ammo racked. Rove Rambler going down.
Rove Rambler. That's hard for me to say. Rove Rambler. I gotta say it weird. Rove Rambler.
It's an American thing.
Pronunciation.
And Gatman Jesse, all that's left. Take it forever to reload, and there it is.
I like that.
BK had
battle.
an opportunity
Nice
there.
adventure.
They had an opportunity to take out those E5s. It's almost like they didn't have enough awareness to realize
At least you want to go down
where
damage.
12 Panzer's tanks were. Yeah, sure. I'll go with 12 Panzer. Donk and his batch hat, 769, not doing a whole lot. Sack B, doing okay, 2 kills, 2100 roughly. House, 800 damage. TK Ninja, 2 kills, 3373, not bad at all. Silence Rogue, 3200. Y pulling up 1104 in his E5. And Vapor putting 3 kills, 36. Not bad. Decent damage spread. I like what I see.
Yeah, definitely.
And then on BK's side, better than last time. It's the spreads. It's there. They just missed opportunities. You got the Bat Chat putting up a 1548. The Chieftain out of Scorpion Chick putting up a 1914. Rove Rambler and his Chieftain 1231. I am Deadpool throwing up a 1459. I'm Great 1566 in his E5. These are okay numbers, but I think they could have had a few more opportunities there and would have had far more damage if they would have pushed in on those 2 E5s in the cap. Gatman with 518. You want a little more damage out of your IS-7. And King Donkey with 1051. Better than the last one, but missed opportunities. BK could have potentially won that match if they just would have pushed in on those E5s. But then again, if you noticed, 12 Panzer had the high ground the entire time.
Yeah, they kind of had him like a fish in a bowl there.
Yeah, they were just able to flank around them, circle around them, however you want to put it. And once Scorpion Chick went down, all bets were off. They just closed in around them. And then the focus fire just went off. They were shooting at different tanks, and the communication was clearly not on point at that particular moment.
Yeah, I've never seen them go low, a team go low like that. Usually they stay up high on the berms, just above that area. And unfortunately, that was kind of the downfall because 12 Panzer realized that they were all sitting down in that little bowl, and they kind of took the high ground where BK should have been sitting. Now we're on the Siegfried line.
This is BK's
Current,
pick. So 12 Panzer picked steps and ran the 2 games on it that they wanted and needed, and then BK picking Siegfried. Let's see what they do on their pick here.
This is the first time I've watched BK play in a while, and they look better and more organized than they have in the past, which is a good thing.
They have improved greatly, just in the past, 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, taking steps in the right direction. I like to see that. It's difficult watching a team, try new things and take advice and, try to apply it and still not come out victorious, or at least be successful at it. I mean, you can only teach so much. If the skill's not there, it's just not there.
Yeah,
and for BK, I know they're very passionate. They're very passionate about this game and the competitive scene. And it looks like they're listening and watching and learning. If you can win a match and understand why you won the match, that's great. If you can lose a match and understand why you lost the match and learn from that, even better. And some teams just don't have that.
You want to go down BK's lineup real quick here, and I'll go down.
Yeah, we got I Am Great in this E4 again. Grudge in his Batchat. EVG in his Batchat. King Donkey in an IS-7. Gatman in an IS-7. Big Roll in that Panzer 7, we'll call it.
Kronvagen 7.
Kronvagen? Was that what it is?
Kronvagen.
It's Panzerkopf.
Okay. And I Am Deadpool in an E100.
And 12 Panzer, Donks running his Batchat. Marine JB in his IS-4. Vapors in his IS-7 along with TK Ninja. House Dade.
Dadachi.
Dade. Okay, in his Kronvagen. And then White Knight and Shaq B in their E100s.
You know what? I think I'm going to show a trailer. I'll show you guys our submission to Wargaming for their 4-year anniversary that's coming up here. I don't know if I should do
4 years already? Good lord.
Oh, yeah. And us and some other of the communities got asked to do a 1-minute video. Long story short, Beaver messed up and we accidentally entered a video that does not say happy anniversary. Beaver did us, but yet again, we were doing this at like 2-3 a.m. because she sprung it on us like late Friday and had to be turned in by Monday morning at like 5 a.m. And so
wait, just to clarify, that's 2 things we've sent Wargaming where we were like, no, that's not it. No, that's not it.
Within 2 weeks, within almost a week. Yes.
Oh, do not judge us. We are good people. We mean well. Donk going way outside in the field here.
See, I blame Beaver on that one because
freelance.
Beaver created it. No.
Yeah, it was last night or early this morning that he contacted me asking for my logo. So
if you look out to the field here, Hells, Donk is sitting sideways. Freelance has got shots all day long.
And I don't think he realized
melting him away.
I mean,
Freelance outspotted him there.
Yeah, and Freelance was completely spotted up. I was just staring at it. I don't know if Donk was away from controller or what was going on, but They're gonna lose their
It's
precious
possible.
bad
I
chat.
think he was really occupied with Grudge there, sitting in the entranceway to town. I think he was more focused on that than anything.
Holy crap!
TK's gonna
TK.
come around on him and just start,
But now,
taking an opportunity there.
oh, and Freelance would have had shots for days, but he was on a reload. Oh man.
I'm gonna chalk that one up for good communication. I'm gonna say that that was relayed to TK, letting him know that he opened his entire clip and did have that opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt there.
All right, so White Knight trying to side scrape right there. He has to be real careful, considering they could shoot through the arches. A proper good comp tanker would be shooting through the arches and taking their time to make that shot happen.
Yeah, I am great. Need to get into the fight here. Ooh. And as I say that, he puts a shot into Shaq D.
And then if you look at that Kronvon of 12 Panzer House just getting melted again by Freelancer, he's just sitting out there beyond his view, pounding away. He's going to have to back off and reset.
Freelancer already with 3,000 damage done this game.
Yeah, he's doing work out there. Shaq just took a big hit.
He's
Grudge
on
getting
reload,
spanked.
but he's going after a house.
This is going back and forth here.
Good bounce off
BK
Grudgebringer's
up in
turret.
damage, though.
Freelancer's about reloaded. He's going to take down house, I believe.
This almost looks like a different BK team right here. Looking very solid. Freelancer getting really cocky here, moving in behind. But I think he's going to pull this off. He's just going to drop house here in one shot.
There it is.
There he goes.
Nice.
If he stays mobile,
And-
get out. Yep, there you go.
Oh, yeah,
Nice.
he's down.
White Knight getting pushed now.
Grudge getting shots in on the center there on that E100. BK's looking solid.
Yes, they are. This is a completely different acting team. Going into the urban assault mode, they're looking solid.
Looking over here by the flag,
Oh.
you've got
Shaq's about to
just
go
a
down.
swarm here. Down goes Vapor. Moving on to Marine here. BK just cleaning up. Lots of health remaining.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Two big shots in there. Wow. I am great just moving in. He smells blood. He's going to be taking out Marine
Unfortunately,
here any
Freelance
second here.
Gone.
Freelance did
Freelance
his
is on.
work.
Yeah, he's on a...
That guy can take a break.
he's
He did his
getting
job.
shots. He was bouncing. He's using that E100 as a wall.
You got to do what you got to do.
Grudge making him spin his
Get
head.
creative.
Look at that. Oh, but Donk misses his shot into Shaq.
Wow. GG BK. Phenomenal. Everything was perfect. Right here, just swarming in.
There you go. Now it's a
TK
good time.
bouncing a shot.
Now it's a good time to
Gets
slow
on
down.
his side here. TK
Nice
finishes
fraction.
him off.
Wow.
Oh, TK.
TK only losing one.
6-0. Yeah.
Yeah, BK looking fantastic. The damage spread speaks for itself. Excellent job, boys. Freelancer 34-59 out in the field, just sniping away. His comrade Grudge doing his work as well, getting a kill, 2,000 damage. I am Deadpool, 2691. Everyone's doing work here. That Panzer I cannot pronounce. Big roll, doing some work, getting a kill, 1181. I am great in his E4, redeeming himself.
Yes.
2 kills, 3127. Great job, buddy. Gatman in his IS-7, 2,000 damage. I mean, every single tank there did their job. The focus fire was good. The pushes were sweet. It all started with that quick kill on 12 Panzer's batch hat donk out in the field,
Yeah.
throwing up a bowl of Cheerios. And then Shaq sitting here in his E100, the only one to manage to get a kill, just pushing 1,000 damage. White Knight.
Yeah, taking
that's
the
how you
eyes
pronounce
away.
it, White Knight?
Yeah, White Knight.
It's it is E100 693. Just a complete
Yeah.
flip.
I mean, yeah, the only two people on 12 Panzer to cross the 1,000 mark is Ninja and Donk.
Yeah, it's almost like they
Night
just
and day.
Night and day. Absolutely. Took the words right out of my mouth. Best match I've ever seen BK ever play.
Yeah.
Ever.
Oh, yeah. And I know I am great in the Twitch chat. You better go over to YouTube and you download that, because that is probably one of the best games that you've ever played, and your team was on all cylinders.
Yeah,
I just
way
like
to go,
the
guys.
excitement you guys
Excellent
having
play.
a voice for BK. So BK definitely.
Listen, like I said before, these guys got the heart, man. But just because you have the heart is it's not always enough. But it looks like they're figuring things out, and that's
Just
what
like
I want to see.
OS had the heart. They just unfortunately and just got news they folded. They just folded.
It's not for everyone. You know, it's a complicated game. It's a team-based game. You got guys from all over the planet potentially participating on your team. It's hard to keep guys in check. It's hard to communicate and organize your group and your team. There's a lot going on just besides playing.
Egos.
And to get-
Egos.
yeah, everything.
Here's the key.
You have to learn
the
how to
key
put
is
egos to the side.
Here's the key. BK needs to just stay on that same game plan. Do not get cocky that they just did this, or don't get overconfident. Just go in and play. Don't get too hyped up. That's the key, and that's the number one thing on, especially in the gold teams. You need to be able to just get your nerves down.
Let's face it, when it comes to playing gold teams, the top 10 teams on Wednesday Night Fight ranking, a lot of that is communication. Of course, there is skill, but a lot of it's communication. And I'm going to say that BK's communication, I'm just guessing, was probably so on point. That was the best. I bet you if you listen to that party chat while that match was going on, that sounded just like a gold team. So whatever they did there, do it again. I'm rooting for them. I can see this happen here.
All right,
Okay,
over on
12
the 12
Panzer.
Panzer side. Oh, okay. You want to do 12 Panzer?
12 Panzer again running IS-4, 3 IS-7s, 2 E100s, and a Chieftain.
BK,
Go ahead, Leech.
you got I am great in his E4, looking to put up some similar damage, hopefully, for this next match. Grudge in his batch hat, EVG Freelancer in his batch hat. Let's see if he can put up the same damage as he did prior to this match here. King Donkey in his IS-7, Gatman in his IS-7, Big Roll in his Panzer, blah, 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 7. And I am Deadpool in his E100.
Yeah,
I'm rooting for
just go
BK.
Panzer
I want to
7.
see that same thing. I want to see that same very thing right there. Stacking up, setting up, pushing on point, flanking, communication, focus fire. I want to see exactly what they just did.
I'd like it to come down to a game 5 again.
Absolutely. Because we know 12 Panzer can play. We know they can play. I got nothing against these guys. It sounds like I'm really rooting for BK here because that was exciting, and I want to feel that excitement again.
Yeah, once the eyes got taken away from 12 Panzer, BK definitely picked them apart.
Let's face it, this is a tricky map. This might it might be easy for some teams, but I would imagine for most teams it's a tricky map. You've got some crazy angles to worry about in the town, and then you've got this massive open field that you can't forget about.
I like
So you've got
the
some-
race car strat that Hells has on this map when we played the Tier 9. Go full throttle across the north and just go around in a big circle, chase teams down. It was fun.
Grudge
Not-
pulling up here
it's
looking
all-
for some early spots. He's managed to spot the IS-7, the E100, and the
Panzer 7.
IS-4 of Panzer. No shots landed, though. And you would like to think he would have spot anything in the field. So I would imagine that Grudge is quite confident that there's no one out in the field.
Yeah, big roll just got spotted. So I see Freelancer now headed to the field to get some flanks. I think he's going to team up with Grudgebringer.
Yeah, BK's got a lot of information here already. It's a matter of getting in there and flanking. I'd like to see them both flank the field and do it fairly quickly.
Looks like Grudgebringer's going to go ahead and spot him up again.
Because 12 Panzers got the numbers inside the town to wipe these guys out. If they can land their shots.
Yeah, I found key on this one is if you got people floating out in the field, is you kind of sit back on this ridge and you sit on the outskirts of the town, so you don't get trapped in.
Deadpool threading the needle there and putting a good slap into Ninja. Great
That
shot.
was a big shot. About 700 something there. Big shot in
Yeah.
Ninja.
And he threaded through all the rubble and everything else. So
Here's Freelance. He's made it all the way out to the J line, and he's coming up it.
No, this is looking very good for BK. They've got to stay patient, and they've got to stay relevant. They can't just hide. They got to keep these guys spotted. Looks like 12 Panzer's going to start to move in here a little bit.
Looks like
Hopefully
Grudge
these
was
bad
throwing
shots will
reload.
go around.
Spotted.
Vapors is going to push Grudge. Is Vapor going to spot Freelance? He does get spotted. Freelance almost trapped there now.
Yeah, they needed to. They almost just need to push in.
And you got a
Here comes,
push coming from 12 Panzer now.
Yeah, they're
Through
getting
the
too far
city.
away. Those bad shots are just going to be irrelevant sitting back like that. They're not going to have much to shoot at if they push too far into town.
Uh-oh, IS-7.
Gatman. Yep, Gatman is having a hard time. Low roll.
Oh, big
out of
shot. That was a big shot, was it not?
717.
Yeah, he,
but
ammo racked.
the-
Oh,
But
double
with
ammo
the-
rack on this IS-7. IS-7 going down. Oh, that's a bounce. There you go.
Vapors goes down, so 1-1, but now there's an E4 versus 3 tanks. Nope, down to 2, so it's Chieftain and E100 that's almost dead versus I Am Great on a reload. Ooh, does get a bounce. If I Am Great can keep it
He's
spun,
gonna go
and
into
not,
donk.
not get. Oh, TK gonna get
Put
him.
into donk.
TK's gonna get him. Oh, low roll.
Nope. Low roll.
It is engine
Patience,
shot. He's done.
Aim. Patience, aim. Oh. Was he ammo
Here
rack?
comes
Is that why he's
Grudgebringer.
taking so long?
Is he gonna finish off?
Bad
Yep, okay,
shots
he's been-
winding up for a pass here. Look at
Oh,
this.
there. TK's gone.
Can BK bring it back?
King Donkey doing his
Helpful.
best in sound time. Inside town. Are they going to pop a reload?
Marine
Nope,
JB.
they're going to continue.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yeah, these
E100's
bad
lined
shots
up
need
the
to work
shot.
together.
Grudge
They
is
need to
gone.
work
Oh,
yeah, there he goes.
Yeah, they.
Rose got stuck on against the building.
Yep. He should have stuck with Freelance so they could have rotated, got rid of Shaq, and then
Ooh, some nice
Freelancer,
shots there, though.
threaded the needle, and now on the run. Now if Donkey can keep doing a fallback.
Yeah, he's just
They
got to
hold
keep
down.
backing up here. Buy some time so that bad chat friend of his can get reloaded. He's doing the right thing here. This is working out okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
nice
IS-4
shot.
is about to
There it
come.
is.
Yeah, here comes IS-4.
Oh,
IS-4
distraction.
misses.
That's a
Still a
Freelancer
reload
with
move
juke.
there.
opportunity. Oh.
Freelancer's
Don't-
going to go by him.
Oh,
he
track.
does. But he should be loaded. There's one,
One more. One more.
two.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. Donkey finally goes down. So now one batch head versus, oh, this is for all the gusto.
No pressure, Freelancer.
Drop that spot
You know-
and get out of there. Is he going to get hit coming across?
Oh, 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 oh.
This is where it could possibly happen. Coming.
I think he's going to get away. Yep.
Yep,
Yep.
he's going to get away. Somebody, that had to be that E100 with some amazing vision. Freelancer still spotted. Now he finally dropped the spot. I don't know. He kind of pronounced where he was going.
Oh, here. Oh,
Oh, he
oh, you
turned
got to
it.
line that up. Take your time. Take your time.
1 minute on the clock. I don't know if this is going to be possible. That's a lot of hit points.
Yeah, okay, he's unspotted here, but I still think they know where he's coming. Ooh, lands a shot.
Both missed. He's got to hurry and get that clip out and pin all of these
Wow.
shots.
That's gutsy there.
Yeah, it is. Oh, nice hit.
Oh. If he can, oh, he's on a reload.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no. Oh,
He ran into a pillar.
You might as well just hang out. You know, GG. Excellent
wow.
job. That was entertaining. I say you
I
let
was
these
getting-
guys do Ghost Town. I say we see these guys play Ghost Town. Give it up
Just
to
for
12
funds?
Panzer, but I vote that
Yeah.
these guys go to Ghost Town. I want to see Game 5 anyways.
Yeah, no, I agree. I completely agree. And here's the funny thing. By the numbers, I was running it through my head at the exact same time as you guys were talking. If he would have got the IS-4 out and got out of Dodge, they would have won
Yeah.
by damage
I
to
think
health
even-
ratio.
I think even earlier on, though, Hells, before crunching those numbers, I think if they would have got those batch hats in more aggressively, they had a lot of time to get in there. The batch hats would have probably taken a few hits, but they would have caught the attention of 12 Panzer's forces and allowed BK's heavies, along with I Am Great's E4, to move in on them. I think they were just a little too hesitant with the batch hat flank from behind. They had the right idea. It just they should have been more aggressive with it. There isn't a lot. From our vantage point, it looks like they have a lot of view or vision, but with the hills and the buildings, they get in the way. And some of those lower IS-7s and the Chieftain were hard to see. Of course, yes, the IS-4 as well. They sit low enough that those rolling hills in that field were the batch had. I believe it was Freelancer was sitting back at the gate, and he just didn't have much to look at. I would have liked to see them both come from that position and move in. And again, I think it would have been a different outcome. But they hung in there, and that was exciting. Freelancer, this guy's making a name for himself. 48-85 with 3 kills. This guy
18, 16, 14.
Freelancer in his batch hat. I think I'd tell, if I was I Am Great, I think I'd tell him to sell every tank but his batch hat. So when you do get him to pick your tank, and he knows what that means, you pick your batch hat, and that's it. We had a guy, well, they probably still have him around. His name's Mufasa. When we had him playing that 761, Josh or myself would just say, pick your tank, and he'd pick his T10. He literally didn't need anything else but his T10. So I think Freelancer, I think you found your tank. The batch hat is yours.
Yeah. And then over on the other
Fantastic
side,
job.
the big winner, over on the other side was Shaq B in his E100. 3 kills, 4,477 damage with a spread of 10-8-7 with 1,140 blocked. So good job over there. Did they agree to go to do a ghost town?
I want to see
DK
it.
wanted it, but 12 Panzer didn't.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, and I liked it. That was, even though that was a 3-1, that was super exciting. 3-1s. Couldn't ask for anything better to end the evening on. I tell you that much.
Yeah, truthfully, GG's both teams. BK guys look pretty good. And are they participating in the frontline event?
I think they are.
What was that? I was switching headsets back to the PC one.
Sorry, is BK participating in frontline?
I don't. Let me see. I don't remember. I know the teams that I had